apparently. I was being rude,
Yeah.
not as rude as trying to send someone back to another country and separate a family,
No,
but it was
well,
rude.
Donald Trump's immigration crackdown is one of the biggest efforts of his presidency. It's not universally popular, it's fair to say. A poll at the start of February found that 60% of Americans disapprove of the actions of ICE, the Immigration Enforcement Agency. But approval does tend to divide on partisan lines. A majority of Republicans do back ICE, despite 2 American citizens being killed by its agents. Now, Ben Palmer is a comedian. He specialises in what we call pranks, I suppose. He decided he'd set up a fake tip line for people to report suspected illegal migrants, looking behind the curtain of the crackdown, effectively. So here's a little taster for you. Here's Ben talking to one caller.
And it looks like they have a child who was born in New York, which makes them an American citizen.
Yeah.
So we're looking to deport the parents and leave the child.
Right. Like I said, I don't know if they're here illegally. I just think it's odd, It's very odd.
What did you say was odd?
It's just odd for them to even be here. Like, I'm a teacher at a school. Okay, I know schools. I know the whole law about schools. I mean, they seem like nice people or whatever, but I looked them up in our files, and I was like, oh, she was born in Honduras, and he's born in El Salvador. So right there, it's like, okay, maybe I'm on the right path. They drop off their kid every day.
So their kid is their kid a student at your school?
Yes. Yes.
One of your
kindergarten.
Okay, so now you want to get his parents deported?
Well, I'm just saying if they're taking up resources from our county,
Okay.
I'm not into illegal people being here.
I mean, if the son's in kindergarten, what, is 6 or 7,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's probably like 5 or 6.
And they was born in New York, so that means, assumingly, they've been in America for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go ahead and just remove them.
Are you like questioning that, or what do you know?
Yeah. Sorry, no, I'm just writing this down for my own personal
Okay.
notes, and my supervisor
Okay.
teaches at school, wants kindergarten child's parents
You
deported.
make it sound terrible. You make it sound like it's terrible, but
Oh, well, I'm just writing down what you're
Yeah.
telling me.
okay. Well, yeah, okay.
Sounds terrible. Let's see, I can write that down too, I guess.
We can talk to Ben now. Hello, Ben. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Now, you're in Tennessee, where it's first thing in the morning, so we're very grateful to you. What gave you this idea?
I think I do a lot of fake websites. One thing kind of leads to another. Started with pretending to be ChatGPT. That was one of my first parody websites, and always just looking up to see what's going on in the news, what the current state of affairs are, and so I believe it was just like after the election, I made that website slash hotline.
Yes. I mean, what's very chilling to most people's ears, though not everybody's, is that she's so matter of fact about it all, isn't she? Until you just give her back what she said to you, and she doesn't like it. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it kind of makes her uncomfortable once she has to like sit with the outcome of what would happen if me, who she thinks is, an actual agent, would go ahead and, deport those people and what that would look like. But to her, it was like, oh, I'm just gonna make this call on the phone, and then that's it. I can hang up and let the ICE or whoever take it from there, and I don't have to think about it. But I kind of just made her think about it, I guess.
Now, I should say that your conversation with this anonymous woman, we don't know her name. I don't think you know her name either, do you? Or do
It's
you?
been, yeah, I mean, I do. It's,
No, we don't need to mention it now necessarily.
Yeah.
But you did, I know, go on to tell her. You called her back to say that actually you checked, and in fact the parents were in the USA entirely legitimately.
yeah.
And she sort of takes it, but she wants to speak to your supervisor, who you
Yeah,
decide is
because-
called Brian.
Yeah. So I called her back and I said, yeah, so now you don't have to look at the kid, and she didn't like what I was saying. Oh, she didn't like the line where I also said, oh, yeah, because, that little fella could have been a threat to national security. And, that kind of, she didn't like that. That was rude, apparently. I was being rude, not as rude as trying to send someone back to another country and separate a family.
No,
But it was
well,
rude.
yes, Anonymous thought it was very rude. Okay, she just felt you'd gone too far there. So
Yeah.
what does this tell us about the human condition? Because we know there have been some terrible examples in history of perfectly reasonable people on the face of it who were happy to dob their neighbours in to the Nazis, for example. I mean, it's happened everywhere and at all times, hasn't it?
Yeah, that seems like it's been the theme. I've been taking a lot of these calls, and a lot of people, well, they say, I'm just doing what I thought I was supposed to do. I'm just exercising my right as an American, and this is my duty. But then once they start to think about like what's actually happening, they have like this cognitive dissonance.
And has it made you depressed or I
I
mean,
was sad.
yeah, it
Yeah,
is. It is. I think sad is actually my overwhelming reaction.
yeah. After I did the kindergarten call, I was sad, and when I do comedy, when I put it out there, I knew it was gonna do okay, but also I'm like, where's the like? I know there's a couple funny parts, but I'm like, man, it's overwhelmingly sad. So I wasn't sure how it was gonna be received, to be honest. Like obviously, I'm not surprised that people were outraged, but yeah, when you're trying to make things funny, it's that one particularly was kind of challenging. We're just talking about like a 5-year-old kid.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty horrible actually when you think about it. You've also had people just trying to get rid of their exes. I mean that's a slightly lighter note, isn't it?
Yeah, those have been interesting. I try to stay out of those because, yeah, doing what I do, I try not to get involved in people's personal life because I never know, there's always a story, and a revenge deportation is not something I'm gonna look into.
No, but we should say there is a really important truth to all this. ICE does solicit tips and tip-offs, doesn't it? It wants the public to get involved.
Yeah, yeah. I had someone call me the other day, and he was mad because he was on hold with ICE for 45 minutes and never got to anybody. So yeah, I mean, there's tons of people calling them, and I guess if they're busy, then they'll end up calling me, and I'll try to help as much as I can.
Can I just want to bring in just a quick mention of one of our listeners, and he's Charles, who says this section is just a left-wing pop at anyone who complains about illegal immigration. It's not. It's well, is it? I don't know, Charles. What would you say about that, Ben? Or is it simply that you're illustrating the uncomfortable truth at the heart of all this? That some people are more than happy to cooperate with political policies that are or could be interpreted as just downright cruel.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, when I do these, I'm not like doing it to show anything in particular. I'm just taking the calls and listening to what they have to say. But now, after I've done them over a while, you start to see patterns form. Um, but yeah, also, I'm still trying to understand British lingo and slang, so I'm not kind of sure what he meant.
Well, he just thinks you and I are quite liberal, Ben.
Oh,
I
okay. Yeah,
suspect.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Y'all got those over there too?
yeah,
Oh,
oh yeah,
dang.
we have a few. There are a few British liberals.
Hey, maybe he can take care of the 5-year-old when the parents are gone. See if
Yes, all right. You're actually not. I mean, you don't style yourself as a political comedian, do you? I mean, how do you think of yourself?
yeah, I mean, I feel like I always end up doing stuff that's somewhat political, more social commentary stuff. I try to stay out of it, but I end up back in it, sometimes on accident. But I like doing, fun pranks, but after a while, I also like to have those pranks or bits have a little bit of substance to them. Otherwise, I kind of start to feel silly or stupid. So it's
Well,
nice to be able to do something that kind of has a value to it.
yeah. I mean, over this side of the Atlantic, the USA has just never seemed more polarized. Is it a good or a bad time to be attempting to earn your money out of comedy there?
I think it's a good time, like regardless of politics. I think you can sell more tickets if go one way or another or do something controversial on one side. As far as comedy goes, though, I think it's never been a better time. But that's besides the fact that the politics. I mean, honestly, probably you can do more comedy because you can do regular comedy, and then you can, yeah, take that lane where you go, I'm going to be a political comedian.
Yeah. We do need to make clear, I think, for legal purposes, that you don't at any point claim to be ICE, do you? I
No,
mean,
no.
you don't say that. I know you say that if people can't get through to ICE, they'll call you, but you never said you were ICE.
No, whenever they ask, I usually just start rambling. I say I'm with the ISIS, and then I just keep talking, and then I keep talking until they forget that I said that, and then they never even question it.
Ben, thank you very much. That's Ben Palmer enjoying his breakfast in Tennessee. We appreciate your time. Thank you very much.